Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and we'll be making some more ephemera today. I already have the focal points picked out for most of them. I'm just going to pick the top one. If you want to see where I picked out the focal points, you can check out my last video, which says focal points on the, what it says, focus on focal points, I think is what the thumbnail says. And this one, this piece I picked as a focal point actually could even be like a background piece, so I might want to add more to it, or I could just leave it as it is, just using my deckled edge ruler to rip it crookedly. It's okay if it's crooked. It's fine, everything's fine. Probably should have emptied my trash though, because it's not quite overflowing. It feels a little bit overflowing, but it's not quite. I don't know where my coffee, usually this is actually, it says coffee, but it's ground espresso. It's a base of coffee with ground espresso, so the edges will be a little bit darker. I'm not exactly sure where my coffee one is at this moment, so we're using what's in front of us. So it's a little bit crooked, it's okay. Oh, I was thinking about adding a quote with it maybe. Alright, so this is my box with my words. My box with my layering bits is much bigger now. Because I until I like weed them down to a smaller amount, that's what they are right now. These are definitions. I think they're a little bit on the small side though. Yeah, I don't think they would quite work. And I've got the Tim Holtz, I've got these bigger words, word labels, I've got this book here, which color, I mean, we've got the A Happy Man or Woman is a Joy in One's Work. That one could work if it's big enough. I don't know if it's quite, it might work. We'll try it. We'll try it. I'm also going to use my deckled edge ruler or tear ruler, or whatever you want to call it, is fine. Try to keep the author on there. Now, I was going to maybe cut off, have it, but I kind of don't mind it all the way across either. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's it. Let's try one of these. They're a little bit bigger. And I just kind of tear around it. So check out the Dollar Tree and other places for calendars, like these daily calendars with the quotes on them are nice. And especially if you don't have a printer. You don't need a printer if you use these. Gives you lots of already printed little bits. And so what I might do is, don't need to save that. Words can go back over there. I want something, it's too tall, I think, is part of the problem. So I may end up just cutting this tag down. I have some orange inky things. I know, not the wild honey necessarily. Oh, the spice marmalade might work. Just for a little bit of, do that on my glass mat and then spray a little water. Water would be nice. That took way too long. I haven't totally, I'm going to put a little bit more of this down. My studio is not organized yet. It's not cleaned up. It's not organized. Any of that. I'm just still sorting through some stuff and whatnot. This is spice marmalade. It's a little more yellow, but at least it won't be perfectly white anymore. A little more yellow than orange once it's watered down. I think that the spray might have been a little stronger, but that's okay. So I will just, and I don't mind that there's still some white too. I'm just gonna come around the edge with the dark, which will kind of give it sort of a kind of a burned look maybe, I don't know, without burning it. And I'll need to dry it. I could dry it, or I could just set it aside for a minute and work on the next one, because I don't really know exactly what I want to do with this one. Oh my goodness, stuff is falling. Oh, this is another box of ones that I put focal points on, and I'm working on. I didn't do these with you, but you know, we may. And I think I might have, oh, this one so these are ones I did off camera before I started this this whole thing. So I had done all the focal points, and then I had them up in my room to play with them, and had my background pieces, a few background pieces. I had like a limited amount to choose from, and sometimes it's a little bit easier to do it like that. He doesn't have anything, but this kind of looks like a tree, so I was okay with that. I don't know what's going to happen with this one yet. I love the background. Is that a mockingbird wing? Something like that. Had the colors that were in it, so I was like, well, that's kind of cool. And then, hey, that one finally got a focal point. So those are some more that I did doing this step version of step, as in doing each step at a time. So I did all the focal points, and now I'm doing the adding to it. And this one, I mean, I could just tear her down and put her on there, but I think what I'm gonna do is fussy cut out this part down here. Don't cut off her tail. She's got a cute little tail. Let's keep it. And I'm gonna fussy cut around that little polka dot bit, because it means I don't have to deal with the ribbon, which sounds good to me. And fussy cut just around that little piece of background there, which I may keep, or I may do something. And then she kind of looks cute. Something about that I don't like. Where's the, here it is. I'm gonna cut this down some more and use a deckle edge ruler, and same with this. She's just from one of the kits in my shop, is what she's from. And then what I might do is come around here and come up around here, and then just tear in here. Come on, your ear has to be above that, so that, there we go, so it has the same kind of ripped edge as over there. And I might even tear that down there and then fussy cut. Yeah, when they got little fuzzy hair, I just kind of wiggle my scissors. But this way, I don't have to fussy cut around her hand and the little thing she's eating and whatnot. What she needs, she could use a quote. Well, now I've got a precarious setup over here because my inks, I pulled my inks out. Let's see, anything from this pile? Eventually these will probably all end up in the box, but for now, oh no, she doesn't look happy though. Happiness is right in front of you. Let's see. Happy and enjoy don't really, she looks nervous, doesn't she? She looks so nervous. Happy thoughts. She needs some happy thoughts. Or maybe her imagine is, that might work, because it's got the yellow. We don't have to be all precise and perfect, do we? And it could even just kind of make it more in the background. I don't know. Or maybe I don't want that. I like her on there. She's super cute. She could use a little bit of inking. This is kind of dark for her. I definitely want to ink this part. I don't know that I want to ink her that dark though. We just will. At least the bottom. just a tiny bit, just to give her a little bit of an outline on the, it won't be obvious. And, oh, we can give her something to sit on. Do we just want to lift her up a little bit? Nope, not that. All right, let's look through the, oh my goodness, I pull everything out and then I have to put things away. I really don't like putting things away. I think you figure that out, but definitely, it's kind of dark, but it kind of, I mean, I like that. There's a lot of connections up there, which might be part of my problem in my brain. And if I don't give her something to sit on, I would at least give her something that kind of connects her up there. But I still might give her something to sit on. Something to sit on. Like what? Premium. Is that a weird thing to put a word down there? Yeah, she's got this light turquoise. Maybe we want to bring in, that's not quite right. Something, could even just be like, just bring that bright color up there a little bit maybe. This is from a magazine. Ooh, or we've got Rachel's labels. There's that number 5 too. Rachel, Roxy Creation. I bet she's got some in here. All right, I'm gonna put these ones that aren't cut at the over there. I don't feel like cutting any right now anyway. All right, so yeah, I think these would brighten it up. One of these would brighten it up nicely. So, yep, I know, I just put the word in with the layering bits. I don't care, I love it. It's not bad. That's a possibility. No, that's too blue. That's too blue. That's a little too blue. I know it's not going to be right next to it. It's not that big a deal, but still, that's pretty. That brings that color up and brightens it up a little bit. Could go. I know, maybe she just doesn't work on this card. Maybe it was a mistake putting her on there. I know aesthetic-wise she probably doesn't really work, but I don't care. I still like it. I could do that because I still want, this is my favorite piece. That's the that is the gel print that's used on here. And then we've got a lot of background bits. I think I like that. All right, let's just ink this a little bit. Cover up any of my errors when cutting, because you know there's always going to be errors when cutting. I don't cut perfectly, and if I don't cut perfectly, I don't even really know it. I might still put that down there because my eyesight's getting worse and worse as I get older. So there's that. All right, and glue. And then we'll see if there's any stamping or stenciling, just as an accent or whatever. Nope, that goes that way. And we can just fold that over. It'll be pretty on the back. And bring some of that color down here. I go up just a little bit because I might cut off the bottom of that a little bit just to even it up. I don't know. Evening things up, that's an option. I don't always do it. I know other people like to have their ephemera square and whatnot. Nope, I want this all the way. I don't like that. There we go. Just wanted to cover where that was, and I don't like to line things up perfectly. That's just personal preference. And now she's in the middle, but that's okay. She is, but she's not. And do I want to make her, I thought I just put that in there. This keeps jumping out like it wants to be on here somehow. It's just a little center of a mushroom or flower or whatever. Let's see, I can cut this. That's part of the problem there. Okay, not a problem, but you know, I don't know. I want to cut it. I don't really want to cut that off. I kind of like it hanging off like that. And we can make it a tag. Why does the second one always not want to come out so easy? This is from Stampin' Up. My aunt got it for me because she's, you know, she's able to. It was being discontinued, so I don't even know. I've seen some people use them like a cheaper version, but I looked on Amazon and I could not find it. Could not find it. But it had those three things: the bigger corner. Because I have like the smaller one somewhere, not right here, but you know, the one that has like the smaller corner edges punches. And I always wanted a bigger one, so you know, that one was a bigger one. Made me happy. I was so excited when she gave that to me. All right, so let's see. Now that looks really crooked. What the heck? Oh. So what do we do when that happens? Well, you either live with it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We're gonna live with it, I think. Or you could kind of, I mean, that's not vintage, but I don't really care. You could just kind of add another little piece at an angle. Maybe not that one, but maybe, oh, we've got yellow over there. Let's take one of these here. And just kind of put it at an angle like it was meant to be that way. Like that's how we intended it the whole time. I swear that was straight. It looked straight when I put it on. You know, this is on cardstock. That's why I'm using my art glitter glue, which doesn't want to. I need to clean out the cover for sure. There we go. We're just gonna do that. And if I want to add more yellow, I could put a tab at the top with yellow. I don't know where my tabs are at the moment, because I tore my room apart and then I had surgery and I can't see what you're seeing. Is that good? Oh, you've got a little bit of sunshine wanting to filter through the curtain a little bit. All right, so one done. And how long did that take us? 17 minutes. It's supposed to be faster. That's the whole point of this. Oh, we did start with this one. We did start with that one. All right. Let's go ahead and get this put on here. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to put this down. I don't want to put it perfect. I'm just not a middle kind of person, you know, but we do have those flowers there, which are similarly colored, so I'm going to put that to the left. And then I'm going to put this right here. And I might even take this grungy one which will bring some of this yellow down here maybe. I know I'd used the other glue, now I'm using this glue. I'm all over the place, just kind of like that. And I know we have that big space up there, but I'm going to cut that down, so don't worry about that. And also, you know, use my European hole punch like I like to do. I think I'm going to cut it like that, because your tags don't have to all look exactly like tags, because this could end up being a tag journal card or it could be a side pocket. Doesn't matter. I think I'm also going to just kind of nip that corner like that, and maybe nip that corner like that, and nip that corner, and nip that corner. Maybe come along the bottom like that. And this can be a little tuck spot somewhere. Could even be a coordinating tuck spot if I wanted it to be. Let's see, anything else we want to put on this? We've got the orange and the yellow and the brown. Anything. Nope, not that. But not that. Anything? Anything you can do that. So I don't want to cover up that flower down there though. Nope, that doesn't work. Doesn't work for me. I don't know. Something here, maybe? Maybe, baby? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to worry too much about it. But if someday in the future I decide that I do want something, I could totally put it there if I want. I already have 15 on there, so I don't necessarily need a number. Don't necessarily need a number. She looks at a number. Alright, anyway, alright, so we're going to consider this one done once we ink it. All that white showing around, nothing wrong. You can have white showing around the edge. Maybe that's an aesthetic you like. There's nothing wrong with that. I like this grungy off the edge kind of a deal happening there. Alright, so that one's done. Alright, that's why that took so long for the first one, because that was really two I was working on, right? Next is this one. Oh, no, I'm not gonna. Do I want to color it? That's the question. And if so, what color? Because that's mostly blues, and do we want an acidic green, which is gonna really, really pop and not go with it at all, or nope, that's not the drawer. That's not the, oh, that was the drawer. Oh, I don't know where I put them now. The green, because the green is what's next to us. That's why the green would be the one that gets used. We have that green back there, you know. I think I am going to go ahead and just color this real quick. Alright, so I got it colored in, and now I'm just kind of taking my my dauber inker thingy, my bob, and just kind of making the background a little bit less white, so that it kind of goes more with the background, which is more ecru, ivory, cream colored, so that it feels more like it's part of it than being all over the place. And let's see, do we want to layer anything? These are kind of not quite that. That's much more red than they are. I'm kind of trying to find something that is this orangey. That's pretty close. Or even that color to bring that down to the bottom a little bit. Yeah, that might be nice. And then if we put a tab up there that has the color in it or something, maybe. And is there anything else we want to do? I think that's good. I think that will work. That works for me. We don't have to overthink these things, especially if you're putting them in journals. The journal is the big project. These can be the little part of the project that then go into the big project. They don't have to be the end-all be-all. They're just going to be a bit of the rest. Does that make any sense? I mean, if you're sending a card, then yeah, you might want to care a little bit more and add a little bit more thought and bits and layering and whatnot. But if you're doing it as one piece among like 20 in a journal, every piece doesn't have to be perfectly done. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not. One viewer, subscriber, said she had an epiphany moment, kind of sort of watching me when I was talking about focal points and saying, you know, start by choosing something you like. And she just realized she didn't necessarily like what she was using. I mean, you wouldn't believe the amount of things that I got rid of. Now the thing is, it could either be because your tastes have changed, or it could be because you've been using what other people are using, thinking that's what you're supposed to be using. You do what you like. You don't have to do anything just because other people are doing it. And it may take some time to find what you like. It's not always obvious. I have things I'm drawn to, like the watercolory things and realistic illustrations. I prefer illustrations to photographs, but you know, like the bird book I used, well, there'll be a bird coming up soon, I'm sure. And then sometimes I like to leave this little grungy bit on the edge. It's just interesting and fun. Sometimes I cut it off, sometimes I'll leave it on. This time I'm leaving it on. Can you see? I don't know. The sun is bright here. Another one done. All right, this one. Oh, another one of these. I think this one though I might leave white because there's a lot going on in the background, but I still might go ahead and ink the edges a little bit. Or ink the whole thing a little bit maybe. Just to make it a little bit less perfect. I don't know. Yeah, I think that works. Just gonna do, oh, do we want? We've got the burgundy. We've got a little bit of light blue at the top there. Like, ooh, this has got both colors in it. And most, well, I don't mind covering the hedge. Well, the hedgehog's kind of cute. I actually don't really want to cover him. So if I were going to use this, we can cut off a bit of it and just kind of have it like that. I don't know. No, I kind of like that. Then that has something to stand out against, but it's still a little tall. I'm just going to cut off the top of it. Because I like this because it's got a little bit of red in there. And we could, I mean, we could pretend they're ends. Well, they might be ends because they would be backwards, right? I was thinking, no, they're U's. I see now. They're U's. They're backwards U's still. I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. I like it down there though, but then it covers the little hedgehog. And I don't want to line it up with that. I need it either go past that or go in more, because that's just my brain. No, I'm not doing that. What if I go out a little, like go all the way, I'll go all the way to the edge of the page. That's what I'll do. That will work. Trying to remember to put my glue. Oh, it's smushy today. Smushy glue, smushy glue. Just gonna go to the edge of the tag there, and then glue this bit on with my squishy glue. Oh, there is a stem on that. I was wondering why it ended at the bottom so weird. That was just because the stem was folded up. Just kind of want to catch that. And what if I had some washi tape? I mean, I still have, oh, this one. What if we just take this and cut it down the middle so it's like skinny pieces of washi? Because, you know how sometimes they tape a flower into a book? That's what I was thinking of. So just kind of maybe put this down here a little bit, and then put another piece just up here, fold it over just a little bit. Yeah, don't forget about your washi tape. You have all that washi tape, you want to use it, right? And this will just be like a little journal card with little wonky edges. And our hedgehog is still down at the bottom. There we go. Easy peasy. This is what's fun about the collage pieces. They just look great as backgrounds. Oh yeah, this one needs quite a bit of work. Let me find a scrap that will go with him. Alright, so I picked up a bunch of scraps off the floor. This is from a kit that I've got, which is really cool. And it's nice grunge. If somebody wants to know where I got this kit, which also has like these pieces in it, ask me. Just do the, say at this time, you know, whatever time this is, but at 29:34 you were talking about a kit and you want to know what it is, just say in the thing and I will. I want something with some pink, basically. That's a little bit busy. Alright, I kind of like this because it's kind of like a blanket. So we got some plaid with that little sweater stuff happening back there, which is kind of cute. And that other piece I just had a second ago seemed to work nicely as well to give us a little more height up there. Bring him up so his legs, I don't know, bring that down so there's not like, there we go. So behind his legs here, I'm paying attention to that. I don't know if you can see or not, hopefully. Move this out of the way a little bit. Because otherwise it'll look disjointed if I have it up like that and a little bit of this background is showing. I won't like that as much. I like it better. I mean, that's just personal preference, and it may change depending on what the focal point, but on this particular one, I kind of like that. So let's do it. I'm going to ink him up. I could color him. I could leave him white. I kind of like the idea of him just kind of staying plain because he really stands out against the colors that are back here. And then just ink up. I don't know which edges are going to show, so I'm just going to ink them all. And this. And if I have, I don't know what size hole that is, but it might be this size hole. I don't tend to put holes in ones that I make unless they come that way, but sometimes even if you know, I'm using a digital that has the hole, I will sometimes, like if it's like a blank tag and I'm overlaying it, I will sometimes then overlay it and get rid of the hole because I just don't like having, if I want to put a hole, I'll put a hole, but I don't want to be like forced to put a hole because there's like a blank white space. You know what I'm saying? So I will usually, oh man, the little rubber parts on these are coming off. They're sliding, slipping in the slot. Did I ink this yet? I don't know. Oh no, because I was doing that and then I'm going to do that so it's not quite so white. There we go. This goes first. See, I can do it like this because this is all going to get glued on, right? So if I glue on this, it'll be fine. That's about how far I need to glue it, I think. Give or take. I also want to have it as high as I can. There we go. That's straight. And straight. Straight would be nice. It's plaid. Plaid kind of needs to look straight. Alright, I'm going to fold that over because I think that will be cute folded over. Does not look straight even a little bit now, but now we might be too late. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Now, if he is going here, and this is going right about there. No, it actually lines up at the bottom of that. That's fine. We won't see that it's lined up, so it's okay. Trying to get the edges of this with the glue without getting glue all over my area. 'Cause it's hard to clean glue off, you know? It is also hard to tell what's straight. Yay, now we can put the bear. One of these days, I'm going to show you how I drew the bear. I don't draw them the same way every time. They always come out different. But I do have like steps that I do to draw them. There we go. And I might make this into a tag. But oh man, it looks so crooked. I think part of it is just that pattern in the background. And that is driving me crazy. Maybe I should have used the blue the other side. I painted the other side. So this was like a what? What do you call it? Those cards. Project Life card probably is what it was. Alright, there we go. There. That's them. Do I want to do, I kinda, this is kind of bothering me. And, you know, I think I've got this little basket of stamps over here. Ooh. Do we want to do guaranteed strictly high grade? I think I do. But also I want to do something else. In addition to that. I want to do it in black. Black would be nice. Okay. Black was on the bottom. Of course it was. I'm going to do that right. My bear is strictly high grade. Okay? Just saying. And then I want to do some doodly things, but how doodly? Maybe, I mean, I could just doodle. Sometimes I have these and I could use them, or I could just doodle as well. It doesn't have to be these pieces, but sometimes I like the consistency, that's not the word I want. That it's the same. I don't know. But it doesn't get messed up quite as much as if I'm trying to draw it. Just gonna kind of do a few pieces here and there. I think these are from Tim Holtz. They were probably, you know how sometimes he's got the, they have the bits that are, have like stencil, like half and half stencil with some stamps. That's what these came on. I don't want to put those under him because then it's going to look like he had little droppings. There we go. Okay, my problem is though these are now lined up on the edge. I don't like that. Whoops. Just bring this over here so it goes higher. And I might do another row of that, like that. Now that also goes higher, so that doesn't make much sense, but that's okay. And then maybe some little X's. All my X's. I can't help it. I have to say it every dang time. So we have the bigger X's in there too, so it's kind of fun. Let's see. How's that? Just added a little something. All right. Throwing these back into the bowl. I just kind of grabbed some stamps that I could use for today and put them in that bowl. Alright, so there he is with a little extra mark making on there with the stamps. If you don't have the stamps, you can always just use a marker and make your own marks. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't want to cover up the flowers necessarily, but I feel like it could use a little something. Actually, that's not bad. It's just a little something, like I said. It's a little bright. I'm gonna dirty it up a little bit. And it breaks up this line here for me, and that's kind of enough. Do I want anything else? I think that's it. I think I'm good with that. This piece is from the Mixed Media Blooms. This piece with the flower on it, and then I've got a piece where I was doing bubble wrap and I think watercolors. And I will ink it around the edges. See, some happen faster than others. Each one's different. Let's see, 1977. Nope, my cousin was born in 1976. Maybe I probably had a cousin born in 1977, just not the one I'm thinking of. All right, now we have this background and this piece here, which I tend to like to use my decoupage ruler. Whoops. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do kind of want that leaf, even if the page gets ripped. I want the leaf part. Yeah, I don't know why it's being all slippery today. Alright, first of all, hold it. There we go. I don't mind that it's doing that. And at the top, And on the side, which I might even go in a little bit more. And then this part, because the rest of it's straight on the inside, I will cut it straight this way too. There we go. There we go. Let's see, will it fit? It might not. I mean, you know, the coffee tab might have to come off a little bit. These words go this way. That doesn't really matter. Those go that way. It really, I like it this way because this is where the green is, which is why I picked this. Okay. Going to cut off this edge here. Hopefully straight. There we go. And I'm going to ink around this. And then see if there's anything else I want to add. See, and then if you want it to look like the whole thing, the whole label's been inked, you just kind of go in around there and just try. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I just don't want to cover too much of that because that's the painty bit. Okay, good. I think that works. How about up here? Do we have any, no, it's too big. Anything that has like more of a, these are all orangey red. Oh, there's a green. I don't know, it just feels naked up there, you know? You know what I'm saying? It feels naked. It's dark. That is just a piece of vellum. No. No, I don't know that Rachel's gonna work for this. Okay, I know I've got some round pieces that I've cut out over the times. Oh, you know what? Get these pieces from, no, I don't like that. That's just a milk cap. So, welcome to my world. What is this piece? That is a stamp that didn't stamp out really great, or it was, maybe it was a digital? I don't know. I kind of like it, but I don't know if I like it there or for this. Okay. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Moving on, moving on. There's so many pieces in here. I think I'm looking forward to the day when there's less. And I have, which means I'll have, you know, less. Oops. You don't go in here. I've already got flour. Ooh. This is the color I want. So maybe just that up there, or no, I don't think I like that. Do I have any? That's got like that rusty. That covers up way too much of the green, which is what I wanted to keep. Do I like this better like this? With this down here? Maybe. Actually, there we go. We're just going to turn it upside down. Sometimes you just want to turn it upside down, just in case there's any white showing. That's what that's all about. Okay, let me move these. Move my giant scissors. I call them grandpa scissors. They were my grandpa's scissors. Talking about my giant scissors. My aunt gave them to me after he passed. Because she knows I use scissors a lot. And he had them because he figured he didn't have to cut as many times because they were so long. Alright, put that ruler back so I can find it when I need it. These can go back in here. And we're gluing. Now we're to the gluing. Okay. And some of you are like, phew, I feel so much better now. If you stayed. I know some of the people that are a little OCD or just struggle with mess, they can't watch, and I understand. It's okay. just kind of half watch. If you know, just listen. It's all good. You just listen to me chatter away and look up once in a while until it bothers you too much, and then look away. I try though. I really. Okay, a little straighter. Is that good? Do I want to overlap that a little bit more? No, I think that's going to be okay. We're not going to overthink it. There we go. There we go. It's all good in the neighborhood. And I think I'm just going to leave it with my straight edges because these have the 90-degree corners. So why not just keep it that way all the way around? There we go. Do I want to add anything to that? Nope, I think I'm good. I like the X's showing there. I say that and then I'm like, no, I think I kind of want to, what's this? Postal Telegraph. That's what that says. This says coffee in the back. But we could do a little splatters. I think this, I was thinking about this. Why? I don't know. Because it's funky, and if you use glue to hold your stamp on, you probably don't want to do what I do and not wash it off. You probably want to wash it off. Alright, I want black because there is the black words, and then tempted to cut those apart because sometimes I don't want both. Whoops. Man. There we go. There we go. Just kind of like bordering it a little bit. I know you people with your odd numbers that are getting upset with me because there was an even number. Actually, there was kind of one there. Anyway, so there's that. Just added a little bit of stamping and whatnot. All right. Oh, him. So he is going to, this little orangey outside bit, I'm just tearing, and then when I get to the leaf, I will cut the leaf. And then tear again. And when I get to that other leaf, I didn't care about the blue leaf apparently. I will cut that leaf, and then I will tear again. And then I'll just tear the bottom here. I'm just going to remove that bottom leaf. And then I'm going to cut this leaf and this log thing and his tail. And let's see, how can we get around this I think we can tear over here because there's little bits of color over there, kind of. And then cut around this leaf. Yep, sometimes I do a combination of fussy tearing and fussy cutting. I've seen other people do it. It was not my original idea. Somebody was using some of my digitals and the easy fussy cut ones. They had done something like this. They had kind of kept some of the background and got rid of some of the background. And I was like, that's brilliant. Thank you for sharing. I can't remember who it was. Somebody on Instagram. They tagged me. I like when people tag me when they use my digitals. I appreciate it. And on Instagram, if you ever do want to tag me, so you can be like, hey, look, I used your stuff. I am at Darcy's Mixed Media on Instagram. I'm at Darcy's Mixed Media pretty much everywhere. I don't know. This at the bottom, do we want to kind of fix that? Kind of straighten it out a little bit? Or just enough so that white part disappears, that's all. Straight isn't, the end all be all. Okay, I like him on there. And, that, oh yeah, I like that. I like when that's my favorite. That is my favorite thing to happen, is when I look over and I'm just like, ooh, What about that? And then that is like the perfect thing, and then that just makes me so happy. I didn't have to dig through anything. It's just like, that decided it wanted to be on this today, so it is, and it makes me happy. Alright, let's do the little, of course, you know, it doesn't make me happy. It's having to poke a hole because somebody else decided that I had to have a hole in it. I mean, it is, at least then it's in the center, but okay, this is stuck in here. Where'd my hat pin go? There it is. This thing stuck in here. There we go. Alright, that one should be small. Also, it's too far up right here. This thing moves under here if you ever need to like go in or out. But what's nice about it is then you have it the same distance in and out. That's what it's there for. So like if you're doing something and you want them both to be this far in, you'll know they're both that far in. If you want them further closer, then you'll be able to know that they're at the same distance. In case you're ever wondering what that was for, which you probably weren't, probably knew. But not everybody has that tool either. Alright, this looks really nice, inked up. Alright, and then this is going to break up this line here too, which also makes me happy. I don't know why, but it does. My son's home today from work. It's his day off. He gets Thursdays and Sundays off. He loads up the auto train and unloads the auto train because, you know, it arrives, you unload it. It's getting ready to leave, you gotta load it. That's how the auto train works. What is an auto train? Well, apparently people who go to Florida like to take their cars. Whether they're staying for especially the ones staying for the winter, or just going to Disney. They like to take their car. And so, but they don't necessarily like to drive the whole way, especially if they're coming down all the way from like Maine or something. So they do drive part way because the auto train starts in Virginia and ends in Florida. I don't think there is an auto train between there. I don't know, because my mom's cousin used to stop here. Like she would take her time driving and visit people on the way down and then stay here overnight and then the next day catch the auto train. Do I want to make this, is this a little bit wide? It might be. It might be, it might not be. You know, I think, because he's ripped like that maybe, it's a little bit wide for me. But I don't necessarily want it or need it to be perfectly straight either. Sometimes I like a tag or journal card to be ripped. I like it. Not everybody does, but I do. And then you do have the issue of, oops, that came off, but that's alright. We just ink it up. Could always put some more paper over it. But it's kind of cool too, because then you're like, hey, somebody used some paper in between there. That's kind of fun and cool. Or I could take this off of there and stick it on there if I want to. You know, I might. Just for today, I might. No, I really didn't care one way or the other, but it kind of works. There we go. And then just kind of, there we go. There we go. See, I like it a little bit more narrow. It was a little bit too wide. And now it's narrow and it's different. I like it. Alright, some of you might have been wondering what in the world I was planning to do. I'm going to fussy cut these out real quick. Now, I hardly ever do it this way because I'm usually fussy cutting and then come back. But these little inside pieces are easier to fussy cut before you cut the outside bit. Once you cut that outside bit, this becomes much more flimsy and harder to manage. So even though I usually cut them last, because I don't want them getting all bent and broken off in storage, they're actually easier to cut if you cut them first. Now you know. And this side, it doesn't matter. It's easier. It's easier either. It's not more difficult one way or the other. The inside, though, does make a difference. Just saying. Alright, let me cut out the mouse. So, I kept some of what he was standing on, mostly because I didn't want to have to cut out his tail. And I'm just going to put this in the middle. I'm tempted, you know, part of me wants to put it down at the bottom, but I don't want it at the bottom. I'm actually going to do what I don't usually do, is put it in the middle. And sometimes I think he'll look fine like that. Or if I wanted to anchor him in the middle, I could do like a piece of book page behind him, which I might actually do. I've got this too. I think this is from R.D. Mays. It's one of her freebies. And I'm just going to use my regular straight ruler, not deckled edge, just regular. Because I can cut straighter with a ruler than I can with scissors. Oh, well, maybe not this ruler, because apparently it broke. When did that happen? When did that happen? Not happened. My word. Apparently it broke and I didn't even know it. Will I replace it? I actually might, because of all the rulers that I use to tear with, this is my favorite. And I do very often want to tear the whole length of it. I don't need the whole length of it. So I might replace it. See? Then I end up with this little white piece, which I could just cut off, but it's a little bit annoying. Didn't even realize it broke. Clear ruler is nice for when you're cutting things, and you can kind of cut a little straighter with it, because you can use those lines. See all these lines? They really help with lining things up and getting things fairly straight. Most of the time, maybe not all the time. Yep, I think I want this to go just kind of like right here. Apparently this is 2 ruler lengths. Just kind of like that. Kind of anchors them down. I think I'm good. I think I like that. Okay. It's going right on the inside there, and it's stopping around the 11-inch area. Don't need to keep those pieces. They can go bye-byes. Oh, if you want to find R.D. Mays' stuff, I think she's just R.D. Mays on Ko-fi, and she does have some free stuff, and you can go find it and use it happily. Just fold that over, because that's fun to do. Alright, so that's going to go right about there. I can hear my son. I don't know if you can hear my son, but I can hear my son. Oh, and then I'm going to line it up so that I don't have there we go. I'm going to line it up on that edge of that paper there, so that there's not a lighter piece showing underneath. Because, you know, that's how I roll. Do we want anything else? Or are we happy with this? Oh, shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Time for a new piece of paper. That one's dangerous. It's dangerous. There we go. Yep, got a little glue on him. That's alright. And then he's just super cute. And I think, well, it's kind of it's half off anyway, so I think I'm just going to tear these pieces off. But it'll still be kind of raggedy on the edge. Just not as raggedy. And because I like to use, I have a notebook that I like to use. The paper looks a little bit older and vintagey. And so when I tear it out, I will sometimes just leave those little edgy bits. And then you have nice lines on the back of your thing. And you've got like a whole notebook just to keep your collage pieces in if you want to, or while you're working on them anyway. I love this. I don't know. I think I might have done it on sticker paper. I don't know, but any paper works. Just the watercolor with the bubble wrap. I really like the look of that. I did a video on it at some point. So there's him. How are we on time? Oh, we are done for today. Just saying. How did we do today? Last time we did 8. This time we've got 1, 2, 3, 4-ish, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Both the same. Because the last video might have been even a little bit shorter, a little bit longer. I don't remember. So far in this doing things by steps, we have, you know, all these done in 2 sessions. This was, oh wait, some of these are past sessions. Wait, these were last time, in case you missed that video. These are the ones from last time. And that one just was in my stuff. And then these are the ones that I did upstairs. I think I showed you earlier. And also I did these by step, picked all the focal points, and then at these need a little bit more. So they're not quite done. They need some like stamping or something. So they're going to go in the pile to finish underneath this other pile. And so I think some of you definitely like doing these. So I will do some more. I mean, you have no idea how many bases and focal points and whatnot that I have. This could be a series that goes on all year long. I'll try to do other stuff too, but I need to pare down some of my stuff, and the only way to do that is to finish it. And Dana K. White says finishing something counts as decluttering. I hope you all have a delightful day. I love you guys. Bye.